I decided not to hide behind the slide, although I wanted to, but I thought it might be best for all of us if I looked you in the eye as we talked about some of these things. The fact is, and I realize I'm, addressing the culture here, maybe challenging it a little bit. And I know there are people that will disagree with me, but and if you can prove me wrong with statistics and so forth, or you have some way of proving that you're right about challenging me on what I'm doing, I'm open to that. I'm just putting it out there based on my 40 years experience fortunately the two market studies that came out last year that gave me the demographics and the authority from which I speak in some areas. Here's one right here. And this right here, this assumption that we sell new homes has created huge problems for the industry between brokers and on-site agents because it assumes that we should learn construction. And we don't. We don't need to learn construction. Okay, some of you need to get out of your, get back up in your chair, quit throwing things at the screen, and listen to me just to give me a chance. But listen, we've got a beautiful picture here of an agent introducing her prospects to the on-site consultant here. This is great. Now, what do you think? Let's just assume for a moment that this agent just started, she just got her license and just placed it about a month ago, and she's run into this couple. In fact, I can give you a scenario on this. She tried to get this couple. This has just happened recently, and a lady broker, a brand new broker, never sold anything, been licensed about a week or two. I guess maybe about 2 to 3. But she had a prospect that was driving her crazy, trying to get bids from the bank. Kept losing the bids. So I suggested to her in this time we had together that she suggest to them that they go look at new homes in the price range they're bidding at the bank, just as a break and get maybe just for a diversion to see what's out there. They agreed to do that and bought the home within about a week. She wrote me an email. Didn't expect it, but it was obviously a glowing email. What made it so special? It was her very first sale. And as I realized the commission she was making on this home, a couple $100,000 home, I realized that cash for her might be the commission that sustains her through her first year and gets her started. And she'd have never thought of that, never done that. She could have lost those people. She knew it. She said she was about to lose them. It never occurred to her to show them a new home. And she was new, so she didn't know any better. She hadn't heard anything about anybody, so she went out and showed them a new home and sold it. She didn't sell it. Actually, see, I'm in that bad habit of saying that. I used to say that myself. I used to do a seminar, matter of fact. The name of it was How to Sell New Homes. It's 3 hours long. And I realized one day, these agents sitting out here, they don't sell new homes. They don't even show them, do we? I mean, actually, what do? We introduce our prospects to the on-site sales consultants, do we not? See, what's happened here over the years, we just paddling those old backwaters of tradition, and nobody figured it out, I guess, or didn't think to figure it out, didn't want to figure it out, because of the tension between the broker and the agents and home builders, I guess. It's been just something we accepted. No more. We don't have to do that anymore. With technology like the internet and everything going on in technology, we have no excuse anymore not to be involved in new homes. We can find them. We can find the prospects. And as you saw in the statistics, up to 54% of the people would look at new homes. It's amazing. Okay, so let's just assume for a minute. Let's just take the agent we're looking at. This is her first, let's say this is her first ever showing at a new home. Now, she has just introduced her prospects to this on-site consultant who's about to ask her to register everybody. Now, what do you think she needs to know at this point about construction? Just think about this for a minute. You're telling us, on-site people, that this is the easiest sale in real estate, and it definitely is. There's no question about it. But then you tell us we have to learn construction. I cannot reconcile that. I'm sorry, I cannot reconcile those two sentences. It makes no sense. We don't have to learn construction to sell resales who are they're in bigger disrepair, we depend on the property inspectors to do that. Why can't we depend on you? This is where I'm headed with this. This agent needed to know two things. One, if her prospects were willing to look at new homes and if they were qualified to buy one. And two, how to get to the sales office. So if she didn't know how, she probably needed the GPS. That would be about it. And how to introduce them to the onsite person. So what else would she really need to know for these people to get excited about that house and buy it and move into one? So we don't sell new homes, please. We don't even show them. But I don't know. Frankly, I don't have the guts to say we don't show, we don't sell, we don't show. All we do is introduce. I just can't do that. But, okay, some of you need to calm down a little bit. I'm having a little fun with this, but it's the truth. And it's one of the things we need to get straight in our heads here. That where the on-site agents are going wrong, and I don't say this critically, I'm just saying we need to think about this a little bit. Where they're going wrong is some of them tend to hold this over our head that they know construction and we don't. Therefore, we are obviously incompetent and don't know how to sell a new home. Well, we've introduced them to you. That's your job, to sell the new home and to take care of all the questions about construction. I can tell you, and I have been the on-site co-broker of record, the broker of record for about 70 communities where I recruited, trained, supervised on-site sales staffs for huge condominium communities, custom home builder subdivisions. That's all I did, 40 years. $3 billion in sales, tons of these properties, rental conversions, you name it. If it had anything to do with being broker of record, it had to do with real estate. I just about was involved with it. I always told my agents to refer construction questions to those who are responsible to keep the promises they make about those things. And that would be the builder or the builder superintendent, in my opinion. With the on-site agent, I'm expecting them to be my advocate on my behalf after that contract it becomes effective on-site. Simple. Nothing complicated here. And that's what they do, and that's what they want to do. But they haven't learned quite yet how to approach us with this. I am a lot more interested in that agent's credentials than I am the builder's quality, because I know most of these production builders today are building good homes. They have good reputations. They've got tremendous customer service. They're into it. You know, their laws and the restrictions and permitting and everything, they require, the latest thing about a lot of things, right? And the energy efficiency, the wiring, the latest technology, all those things are, it's amazing. So I don't have any problem with that. What I have a need to know, though, is you, Mr. and Mrs. or Miss and on-site agent, is what are your credentials? Don't talk to me about not learning construction. Goodness. So have I beat that to death? I hope so. So for now, I hope in our learning curve here that you've just become consciously incompetent about what we do. You didn't know this. We show new homes. That's the same thing we do with resales. We work from a showing schedule. We don't get up in the morning thinking about selling anything. We get up worried about our showing schedule and hope somehow that the people we're taking out are going to like what we show them. Had enough of that? Okay, let's go to the next one. Hang on.